Hola, bienvenidos estudiantes. El video para hoy es sobre el vocabulario de la casa. Las metas de la lección. The goals for the lesson. Número 1. Aprender el vocabulario de la casa. Learn the vocabulary of the house. Número 2. Aprender el vocabulario de las cosas en un dormitorio. Learn the vocabulary of the different things found in a bedroom. Número 3. Hacer práctica con las palabras de vocabulario. Do some practice with the vocabulary words. Y número 4. Utilice el vocabulario nuevo en una prueba. Utilize the new vocabulary in a quiz. Okay, so empezamos aquí. Número 1. El vocabulario de la casa. La casa es house. El cuarto es room. El dormitorio es bedroom. El baño es bathroom. La cocina es kitchen. El comedor es dining room. El patio es patio or backyard. It's also commonly known as el patio trasero, but for now we'll just go with el patio. El jardín es garden. La sala es living room. El garaje es garage. Y finalmente el sótano es basement. So these were all the words of the different rooms and parts of the house. We will discuss número 2. Los objetos en el dormitorio. So the question we're trying to answer here is ¿Qué hay en tu dormitorio? And the way you start that response is en el dormitorio hay blank. So here are some important vocabulary words you need to know to answer this question. La cama es bed. La cobija es blanket. La almohada es pillow. El piso es floor. Now, el piso can be thought of in two different ways. So one way to think about it is el piso is the floor that we step on, the ground that we walk on. That can be thought of as el piso. And the second way is you can say el piso when you're referring to the different levels of a house, like or a building, first floor, second floor, third floor, etc. La pared es wall. La alfombra es rug. El armario es closet. I know sometimes a locker can be called el armario as well, but just know that this is the word for closet as well. La lámpara es lamp. Now, a lot of people get confused with the pronunciation of this word. As you notice, the accent mark is on the A, the first A in this word. So it's pronounced la lámpara, not lampara or lampara. It's la lámpara, and it means lamp. La mesita de noche es nightstand. La puerta es door. La ventana es window. Las cortinas es curtains. La silla es chair. El escritorio es desk. El estante es bookshelf. El espejo es mirror. Y finalmente, la consola de videojuegos es video game console. Okay, so now we're on número 3. Hacer práctica con las palabras del vocabulario, which means let's do some practice with the new vocab words you learned. Vamos a practicar. So the directions here say, match the vocabulary word with the correct picture. So over here I have 5 Spanish vocabulary words. Letter A is la sala. Letter B is el baño. Letter C is el dormitorio. Letter D is la cocina. Y letter E is el comedor. So feel free to pause the video here or whenever we do any activity to take your time and do it on your own before we go over the answers. Okay, so let's go over it. La sala matches with picture 5, as it means living room. El baño matches with picture 3, as it means bathroom. El dormitorio matches with picture 1, as it means bedroom. La cocina matches with picture 2, since it means kitchen. And finally, el comedor matches with picture 4, since it means dining room. So it's important to know your definitions of all the vocabulary words to do an activity like this. So more practice always helps. Okay, vamos a practicar. The directions over here say label each picture with the correct Spanish vocabulary word. So now you can take a look at these pictures and try to find them on your own. Okay, so let's go over it. The first picture is la alfombra. The second picture is el espejo. The third picture is el estante. Fourth picture is la ventana. Fifth picture is la lámpara. And the sixth picture is la cobija. Okay, so this activity also has the same directions, just different words. So go ahead, pause the video, and try it on your own again. Okay, so let's review. The first picture is el jardín. The second picture is el armario. The third picture is la almohada. The fourth picture is la pared. The fifth picture is la cama. And the sixth picture is el garaje. Okay, so hopefully you didn't have a tough time with those. If you had any confusions on any of them, please feel free to go back and review the words over and over again, and you'll finally get it, I promise you. Okay, let's do one more practice activity. So as I mentioned earlier, the main question we're trying to ask here is ¿Qué hay en el dormitorio? And remember, the way to answer that is en el dormitorio hay blank. So now I want you to take a look at this picture of a bedroom. It's quite messy, but still, you can look at it. So take a look at this picture and try to spot all the different vocabulary words that you know from this room. Las respuestas. So en el dormitorio hay una ventana, un estante, una cama, un escritorio, una silla, una mesita de noche, una alfombra, una lámpara, una almohada y finalmente un pared. Finalmente nosotros tenemos número 4, que es utilice el vocabulario nuevo en una prueba. Utilize the new vocabulary in a quiz. Una prueba. Identifica las partes diferentes de esta casa de nuestro vocabulario. Piense en tantos como pueda. Identify the different parts of this house from our new vocabulary and think of as many as you can. Another important note is to not forget the articles before the words. Articles like el, la, las, los, un, una, unos, y unas. So take a look at this picture, pause the video and take a look, and try to come up with as many vocabulary words you can identify from it. Okay, las respuestas. So here's our amazing picture, and here's everything I came up with. Here are all the components that I could find. So let's go to our model answers over here. ¿Cuáles son los cuartos diferentes de esta casa? Modelo. Esta casa tiene muchos cuartos. Hay 2 dormitorios, un baño, una cocina, un comedor y una sala. So, what are the different rooms of this house? This house has many rooms. There are 2 bedrooms, 1 bathroom, 1 kitchen, a dining room, and a living room. So our second part here says, ¿Qué hay en los dormitorios en esta casa? So this looks a lot like that question we discussed before, ¿Qué hay en tu dormitorio? But this says, what is there in the rooms of this house? So I have 2 models because there are 2 bedrooms in this house. So the first model says, en el dormitorio hay una cama con unas almohadas y una cobija. Hay un pared anaranjado en este dormitorio. So in the bedroom, there's a bed with pillows and a blanket. There's an orange wall in this room. So the second model says, en el dormitorio hay un pared rosado. Hay 2 mesitas de noche con unas lámparas. Hay un escritorio con una silla anaranjada. También hay un estante pequeño. So in the bedroom, there is a pink wall. There are 2 nightstands with lamps. There is a desk with an orange chair, and also there is a bookshelf, a small bookshelf in that room. So as you can see, once you become an expert with these vocabulary words and you know them really well, you can start to add more detail and description to your responses by adding words like words of description, like color, size, etc. For instance, I added hay un escritorio con una silla anaranjada, an orange chair. Or I said, hay un estante pequeño, a small bookshelf. So adding those little details can really enhance your response and make it better than it already is. Gracias por su atención y para escuchar a mi video. I hope you learned a lot of new vocabulary from it. Hopefully now, whenever you enter a house, you can identify all these different rooms and objects in a room, and you'll be able to relate to that. So, tenga un buen día y adiós.